Hello everybody, so we are back. We did have a few weeks off in January. We weren't idle, but there was nothing exciting happening to film. So we had a lot of rain in the first half of the month and some frost in the second half, and things just, apart from the everyday milking, feeding, cleaning out, bedding, which you've all seen before, nothing exciting happened. But today is the 30th of January and we're back in the beet field. So we're going to find out in a minute. Is it too sticky to go? It's looking a bit iffy, I have to say. And equally, hopefully you can see the beet in the rows behind us with very little leaf, I'd say next to no leaf left. And did that beet suffer in the frost? We'll go and find out. So it's actually not as sticky as I thought. So I said we had some frost. We had about 8 days of frost within the last 2 weeks. Today's Monday. It didn't really go out until Friday, just gone. So trouble when frost leaves, everything's wet. It's almost, when frost thaws, it's almost as bad as rain. It just leaves it wet and sticky. We have, for the first time today, got a nice breeze coming along, so that will help the dry stuff out. So our beet, what did it do in the frost? The leaf, like I said, gone now, which will make harvesting so much easier. If we cut the top off, yeah, look at that, they are frosted. Frost has caused some damage to the crown. Oh dear, I wonder how far down that has gone. Just kick this one out. So we cut this much off, so the harvester will cut this much off anyway, or maybe a bit less. That's pretty manky, isn't it? There's a bit of waste in the tops. Oh well, we'll just get on anyway. Right, let's get going. We have some frost damage. It's what it is, isn't it? We can't do nothing about it. The worst bit will be taken off by the scalping knives anyway. So, right, let's make a start. Right, so we are back. It is 10 days on now. So we did 2 loads. Didn't film any of it. It wasn't going very well. It was a bit sticky, so we just got enough to fill a couple of trailer loads, and we packed up. We have come back today. It is 10 days on. We have had no rain since we tried last time. We've had a little bit of frost this morning, and it's just going out, and it's made it a bit sticky on top again. But we've got to go. We're going to have a go. So, right. See how we get on this time. So the machine shouldn't be frozen, but we'll just, no, that's all. Any soil that was left on there last time is dried out, so it's all turning nicely. So when we start a fresh day with this machine, what we've got to do is we've got to cycle the steering ram its full stroke, because it does leak a little bit of oil and it won't hold a straight line unless both sides of the ram are full up. So we'll do that a little bit. We'll hold where we need it, then we'll get onto our line. see how we get on. Rightio, here it goes. Oh, and they're going in the tank. Things are going all right. So the far end of this field is where it was sticky. That's why we had to pack up. Let's see if we're any drier now. Let's see if it's drier now than it was last week. So last time I was turning left at the headland, back on the other row. This time I'm going to try going right because that's still a bit wet there. So I'm just going to try and get this bed here finished first while that bottom side dries out a bit more. As long as this bit's dry enough. Seems to be okay at the moment. Last time we had to unload every 2 rows because it was too wet this end to drive through, but it seemed to be okay at the minute. But we'll probably carry on tipping out 2 rows at a time. But it is a lot drier than it was last week. Wrong line. Oh. So you may have noticed the topper or the pre-topper is just up out the way. There is not a single leaf left. So that can just stay up there out the way and do nothing, just ride along like a passenger. There's nothing for it to do. So that is why it is left up out of the way. Stop here. We're nowhere near full, but we'll unload while we're just keep it light in the damp end of the field. Take all the weight off when we get there. tanks are full up again, just waiting for the trailer to come back. I can just see him, he's on his way. Anyway, so we said it at the start of the video that the beet has been frosted, the crowns of the beet are damaged, and I suspect they will not grow again this summer. I'm pretty sure on that, but if somebody knows for sure, let me know. I got a feeling this is dead now. It would not come on. This would now be its second growing year. We are into February. I suspect it wouldn't grow. Anyway, we didn't want it to, that's beside the point. So, beet has been frosted. It is damaged, the crowns are damaged. The harvester has taken off a good chunk of that damage in its natural, you know, in the normal harvesting process. But what is under the soil is still good sound beet. We can feed it to cows. They've been on it for 10 days now because of the gap in this video. We know now that, you know, cows are eating it fine. There has been, interestingly, we were off of beet for a while over parts of January because we couldn't harvest it. And when we reintroduced it, there was no milk yield boost, which is a surprise, but equally there was no decline either because of the damage. But we did save valuable grass silage stocks. You know, every ton of dry matter of beet that goes in saves a ton of dry matter of silage, which is important for this year. So we can feed with no negative impact on the cows. The big downside to frozen beet it will not store, and we can't go on, clear the crop, clamp it like we normally would this time of year. We're just taking a couple of loads as and when, just to keep the cows going. If we were to pile this up, it would basically rot. So it all depends on the spring weather or the weather for the next month or so. Whether we can go on and finish harvesting the field, or whether we're going to lose the last bit of the crop, we don't know yet. But we do know for sure it won't store. We'll just take it as and when, a couple of loads at a time. Because I don't think it's going to deteriorate out in the field, but it certainly would in the clamp. So there we go, we will end the video here. I will say thank you very much for watching. Thank you for coming back. You know, we did have a little break in January, but hopefully now, as the spring approaches, we can keep moving on. We do have a couple of other videos filmed, ready to come on after this one. So hopefully, weather will behave and we can carry on as normal. So, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. And I think we're going to do a cow video next, so stay tuned for that.